Can you believe that we're already into another new year? And with it, I've set myself a challenge that I'm excited to share with you. It's a no-buy year, focused especially on clothes and things. This challenge is a personal commitment to break old habits, live more intentionally, and focus on what truly matters. If you've ever felt like shopping was more about filling an emotional void or found it hard to resist impulse buys, you're in the right place. I'll walk you through my plans, the rules that I've set, and tips that I hope will inspire you to try your own version of a no-spend or low-buy year. Let's do this together. So what exactly is a no-buy challenge? For me, it's a year-long commitment to stop buying any new clothes or things. Think home decor, gadgets, accessories, or any impulse buys. And I want to focus instead on appreciating what I already have. Now you might be thinking, what's the difference in a no-buy or a low-buy challenge? Well, a no-buy is about cutting out any unnecessary purchases. It's all or nothing. This works well for people that thrive on structure. A low-buy, on the other hand, allows you to set specific limits or rules, like only spending on essentials, or capping your spending on non-essentials each month. If going cold turkey feels a bit overwhelming, then a low buy might be a better option for you. Here are the rules that I've set myself for my no-buy year. Number 1, no buying any new clothes, shoes, or accessories. This rule is about making the most of what I already own. I hope to rediscover my wardrobe, style what I have in new ways, and find joy in items that I might have forgotten about. It's not just about saving money, it's about learning to appreciate the things that I already have and reducing the pressure to constantly chase trends or the new thing. I'll rediscover my wardrobe, style the things that I already have in new ways, and focus on appreciating what I already have. I think it's a great way to get creative and avoid the constant need for newness. Rule number 2 is no buying home decor, gadgets, or any other wants. It's so easy to fall into the trap of thinking that this new gadget or piece of home decor will make my life better. I hope this rule helps me focus on functionality over aesthetics and appreciate the beauty I already have in my own home. Rule number 3 is essentials only as true replacements. By this, I mean, if something breaks and I don't have a backup, I can replace it, but only after really considering it as essential. This rule ensures that I'm thoughtful and intentional, avoiding replacements for items that don't truly add value. My 4th rule is that value spending is allowed. Spending that is aligned with my values is okay. For me, this includes experiences that bring joy and connection, like holidays with friends or tickets to events that I'm passionate about. These moments are high on my priority list, and they add value to my year. I want this challenge to be about creating space to enjoy the things that I already own and to break free from the cycle of mindless consumption. For me, this challenge is about aligning my spending with my values. After a challenging year filled with emotional spending, I've realised that many of those purchases weren't bringing me lasting joy. They were just a quick fix for stress or boredom or however I was feeling in that moment. When emotional triggers to shop creep in, and I'm sure that they will, I'm going to try and pause and ask myself, what am I really feeling right now? Often, the urge to shop isn't about the item itself. It's a signal that I need comfort, excitement, or a distraction. I want to learn to pause, breathe, and channel that energy into something else, like a walk, a workout, or even journaling. And hopefully that will give me the emotional boost that I was looking for and leaves me feeling so much better than an emotional purchase ever would. So these alternatives hopefully will give me the same boost without the regret. I want to save for bigger goals like investing or a house renovation. I want to reconnect with the things that I already own and prove to myself that I don't need more to feel content. I've wrote these down and I keep them on my fridge as a constant reminder. So what's your why? Whatever it is, write it down and keep it safe and use it as motivation to keep going. Your why will be your North Star when this challenge gets tough. The beauty of this challenge is that it's completely customizable and flexibility is key here. Some people might think that bending the rules defeats the purpose, but I've learned that being overly rigid can backfire. Life happens, and sometimes a little flexibility can be the difference between sticking to the challenge long term or giving up entirely. So if you do have to make an exception, just make sure that you do it thoughtfully and without guilt. It's all part of maintaining balance and making this challenge work for you. For example, if something important like my washing machine breaks, then I'll replace it thoughtfully and without guilt. I've also budgeted for gifts, as gifts for other people are part of life, although I'll try to focus on experiences or meaningful non-material purchases where I can. Success in a no-spend challenge isn't just about willpower, it's about preparation and mindset. So here are the things that I'm going to do to set myself up for success. Instead of focusing on what I can't buy, I'm going to try and focus on gratitude for what I've already got. I'm rediscovering my wardrobe and reorganizing my home and finding joy in what I already own. I've unsubscribed from marketing emails, muted influencers who promote constant shopping, and I've removed all the saved payment methods from my accounts. I'm hoping that just by making it harder to purchase things, it will help stop those impulsive buys. Shopping often becomes a way to cope with boredom or stress. So instead, I'm focusing on walks, workouts, and creative hobbies like journaling and meal prepping. I'm also planning to spend time decluttering because it's so nice to donate things that I no longer need. Slip-ups are going to happen, and it's not the end of the world. If I find myself making an unplanned purchase, I'm going to forgive myself and spend some time to reflect on what led me to make that decision. How can I avoid that next time? The key is, and I'm notoriously bad for this, is to not let one mistake derail the whole thing. Consistency, not perfection, is the goal. I'm going to use my Ultimate Wealth Planner to log my savings and track my spending, or lack of it. Seeing those numbers grow is incredibly motivating and helps me stay on track. If you don't have a planner, a simple spreadsheet or a pen and paper work just as well too. Challenges like this are so much easier with support, which is why I'm sharing this here. Let's hold each other accountable and celebrate wins together and help each other out when we're struggling. Another thing that I've been thinking about is how I'm going to handle social pressure to spend. For example, if a friend invites me out shopping, I'm going to try and suggest an alternative like meeting for a coffee or doing an activity that doesn't involve spending money. By focusing on connection rather than consumption, I'm aligning with my goals and hopefully inspiring others to rethink their spending too. Most people are supportive when they understand your goals. This no-buy year isn't about deprivation, it's about freedom. Freedom from the pressure to keep up, from the guilt of overspending, and from the clutter of things that we don't need. It's about living intentionally and focusing on what truly brings us joy. I also want to save the money that I would have spent and put it towards a bigger goal. The majority is going to pay off the debt from my overspending and also put some into my investments for my freedom fund. The beauty of this is that it transforms that money from something fleeting, like impulse purchases, into something that builds my future. Every pound that I save or invest feels like progress, and seeing that all come together in my wealth planner keeps me motivated. Here's to a year of clarity, gratitude, and growth. And if you're curious about what happens when I slip up big time and things don't go as planned, you'll want to check out my next video. Let's just say I learned some valuable lessons about bouncing back. See you next time.